Wake up, Chicago! The front office is sharpening the axe, and nobody is safe at Halas Hall right now. I am hearing whispers, no, I am hearing loud alarms about a massive roster shakeup that is going to redefine the identity of our Bears. We are talking about veteran names potentially walking out the door, defensive assets being scrutinized by the entire league, and hidden contract loopholes that could change everything we thought we knew about the future. This isn't just off-season chatter. This is a strategic demolition to build a contender. If you think the roster is set, you are wrong. The business of football is brutal, and today we break down exactly who might be the next casualty.
Let's get straight to the facts, because the situation in the tight end room is reaching a critical breaking point. Sources within the organization have indicated that the Chicago Bears are seriously evaluating the financial viability of their current tight end depth chart, and the conclusion is becoming painfully clear. A veteran presence is likely on the way out. This is not a decision based on emotion. It is a calculation based on cap space, roster flexibility, and a deliberate strategy to rejuvenate the position group. When you look at the numbers, the Bears are trying to allocate resources to younger, more explosive playmakers, and unfortunately, that leaves our veteran tight ends in the crosshairs of a roster cut. The front office is looking at the restructuring of the squad, and they see redundancy where they need efficiency. This is the cold, hard reality of the National Football League salary cap era. But let me switch gears for a second, because I need you to understand the gravity of this. We are talking about leadership. We are talking about guys who have been in the trenches. You cannot simply look at a spreadsheet, circle a name, and say, get him out of here without expecting repercussions in that locker room. Stephen A is telling you right now, this is a gamble. Yes, you save money. Yes, you get younger. But who is going to teach these young kids how to be professionals? Who is going to block on 3rd and 1 when the season is on the line? If the Bears cut a veteran tight end solely to save a few dollars, they gotta be absolutely certain that the rookie stepping up is ready to carry that load. It is disrespectful to the grind of these veterans to treat them like disposable assets just because the birth date on their driver's license isn't what you want it to be. However, from a management perspective, I understand the logic. If the production does not match the paycheck, you have to move on. That is the Schefter side of me speaking, the business side. But the fan in me, the observer of the game, worries about the soul of the offense. You strip away too much experience and you are left with a bunch of athletes who don't know how to win football games. The Bears are walking a tightrope here. They are prioritizing potential over proven commodity, and that is a dangerous game to play in a division that is only getting tougher. This decision, which could be announced any day now, signals a shift in philosophy. They want youth, they want speed, they want cheap contracts. But be careful what you wish for, Chicago. You might save the money, but you might lose the edge that a veteran brings on Sunday afternoons. And this isn't the only position under the microscope.
If you want to stay ahead of every roster move and get the unfiltered truth about the Chicago Bears that the mainstream media won't tell you, you need to subscribe right now. Don't miss a single update.
If you thought the tight end situation was complicated, wait until you hear what is happening in the secondary, because this report regarding cornerback Nahshon Wright is alarming. Analysts and insiders across the league have issued a formal warning, a red flag, if you will, to other NFL franchises regarding the potential acquisition of Wright. The word on the street is that while he may be on his way out of Chicago, teams need to exercise extreme caution before picking up the phone. This is not just about a player not making the cut. This is about a player whose recent history and performance metrics are generating serious hesitation among general managers. The tape does not lie, and right now, the tape on Nahshon Wright is causing scouts to pause. The Bears are looking to offload, but the market is reacting with skepticism. Why? Because consistency is the currency of the NFL, and right now, Wright's stock is volatile. Let me tell you what this really means. It means the Chicago Bears are trying to sell a car that might have engine trouble, and the rest of the league knows it. You cannot fool these GMs. They watch the same film we do. It is absolutely preposterous to think you can just ship off a player with baggage and expect a return on investment without questions being asked. Nahshon Wright has talent, yes. He has the frame, yes. But in this league, availability and reliability are the only abilities that matter. If the Bears are ready to move on, that tells you everything you need to know about what they see in practice every single day. They are not hiding it. They are signaling to the world that he does not fit the future of this defense. And for the other 31 teams, this warning is a stop sign. It says do your homework. It says buyer beware. This is a brutal indictment of his current standing. When analysts are publicly saying be careful, that is a career-threatening label. The Bears are trying to build a secondary that strikes fear into opponents, a no-fly zone. And evidently, the coaching staff has determined that Wright is the weak link in that chain. This is a business decision, but it is also a performance indictment. If he stays, he has to fight for his life. If he goes, he faces a league that is already skeptical of his value. This is the pressure cooker of the NFL. You perform or you get exposed. And right now, the exposure is coming from all angles. The Bears are cleaning house, and they are not afraid to identify who doesn't belong. But if you think cutting players is the only way they are manipulating the roster, you need to see this next contract detail.
Now, we arrive at the most strategic and perhaps the most ruthless piece of news coming out of the front office today regarding Dayo Odeyingbo. A deep dive into the fine print of his contract has revealed a crucial mechanism. The Chicago Bears possess a highly specific financial option to terminate his deal in 2026. This is not a minor detail. This is the escape hatch that gives Ryan Poles and the front office all the leverage. This clause allows the team to pivot defensively without being shackled to long-term dead money if Odeyingbo does not ascend to the level of a premier pass rusher. It is a safeguard. It is smart business. It basically tells the player, you are auditioning for your future every single snap until 2026. From a cap management standpoint, this is brilliant. It gives the Bears flexibility to chase a big-name free agent or extend a younger star, knowing they can pull the ripcord on Odeyingbo if needed. But let me shout this from the mountaintops. This is putting a player on notice. You are telling a grown man that you have the paperwork ready to fire him 2 years in advance. That is pressure. That is the organization saying, we like you, but we don't love you enough to guarantee your safety. It creates a hunger or it creates resentment. There is no middle ground. Dayo Odeyingbo now knows that his security in Chicago is an illusion. He has to produce sacks, he has to produce pressures, and he has to be a disruptor, or else the Bears will exercise that clause without blinking an eye. This is the cutthroat nature of the NFL that fans often ignore. We cheer for the laundry, but these players are fighting for their livelihoods against contract language designed to replace them. The Bears are positioning themselves to have 0 bad contracts on the books. They want total freedom. If Odeyingbo becomes a superstar, great, they keep him. If he plateaus, they cut the cord. It is a win-win for the team and a do-or-die scenario for the player. This connects back to everything we have discussed today, the potential tight end cut, the warning on Nahshon Wright, and now the escape clause on Odeyingbo. It all paints one picture. The Bears are removing all safety nets. They are demanding excellence, or they are showing you the door. There is no room for mediocrity in this new regime. They are building a machine, and if you are a cog that doesn't turn perfectly, you will be replaced. This 2026 clause is the ultimate symbol of the Bears' new philosophy: produce or perish.
This is a defining moment for the Chicago Bears. We are witnessing a complete philosophical overhaul where financial flexibility and youth are being prioritized over loyalty and veteran status. The front office is making the hard decisions now so they can celebrate later, but the risk is massive. They are betting on potential and contract clauses rather than proven commodities. I need to know where you stand on this aggressive approach. Is Ryan Poles a genius for protecting the cap, or is he dismantling the locker room too fast? Drop your comments below. I read every single one of them. We are in this together, Bears Nation. Bear down, stay tuned, and let's see who survives the cut.